I smell rabbit.
And we are live. Hello, hi Ren. How are you doing? Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, we are back today to continue playing through the Liyue quests. I remember ending the last stream by saying that I wanted to get the part 2 out quickly because I was going on vacation. I guess it's going on vacation tomorrow. So that's fun, it's fine. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there's a chest. I'm not entirely sure if you can finish the Archon quest today.
Empty chest.
But
Good for
hopefully,
storage.
stop climbing. My W key is still messed up, by the way. So yeah, if you see me screaming at my characters to not move while they keep on moving, I'm not schizophrenic or something. They are acting without my consent, I swear.
I must leave no...
Sight clear.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be fighting Child today. I'm curious. I don't know exactly where we left off. I know we need to run a lot of errands for Zhongli. A lot of them, really. And then we fight Child. So yeah, I don't know if we are finishing it today. But we should be able to do some progress.
Someone needs assistance.
It's fine.
Steady as stone.
I'm just doing some dailies really quick. Giving people time to join if they care. You remember better than me.
Scanning.
I have the memory of a goldfish. And let's see how the game performs. I'm a little bit nervous. I updated my graphics card drivers. I hadn't done that in a minute. And I thought, performance is going to increase. Well, no. It got significantly worse. I was recording like the scenery for my video yesterday. And it was lagging like mad. I had to cap my FPS at 30, which is something that I've literally never done in this game. Never. So that wasn't fun. I don't know why it happened. I'm a little bit nervous about how it's going to perform today, but it seems to be fine. It seems to be doing fine. I really do need to upgrade eventually. I'm saving my pennies. I'm saving my pennies and I'm putting them into a sock so that I can have a weapon to attack companies with, and then they will give me components for free. For legal reasons, that's a joke, okay? Actually, if you get the reference, you get a cookie. I swear to God. I still unironically watch Vine compilations in plain 2023. I guess it means I'm getting old. Oh, I'm not going to make that. No, stop. I'm not going to make that. Completing Liyue request 3 days before Fontaine's release. I know. I'm like right behind the devs, you know? I'm ready to enter Fontaine whenever they are. Don't even get me started on Inazuma. I am not looking for... No, don't freeze me. I am not looking forward to that one bit, I swear.
I must leave no...
It's the most painful chapter in the entirety of the story. I was not born to play through that crap. It's not even... Okay, it could be good. Like, there's good lore and everything. But, you know. And I'm also not looking forward to fighting Raiden. Not with this team, for sure. There's not a single 5-star carrying us. Razor is doing all the hard work. He needs a massage at the end of the day. His back is broken from carrying me around. But yeah, it's gonna be fine. We're going to survive. I think. I hope. Okay, I think I'm going to do like one more and then we'll get started. I don't know if anyone is going to join or not. If they do join, they can just tag along wherever we are at that point. Still have a lot of domains that I haven't unlocked. I don't know if they are like level locked. What AR am I actually? 27. I think I need to get to AR 30 to unlock the Inazuma quests. So that's that. I would like to do that before September. I really would. That would be ideal because I won't have a lot of time to stream then. I'm going to be commuting every day for like 3 hours, working 9 to 5 and then getting back home. That nothing is getting done on those days. I'll have to try to free up my weekends to stream, but then I need to write my thesis. So that's great. Do you not love being an adult? I love adulting, swear to God. The worst part is that I'm not getting paid. Like, if I was getting paid, I'd be a-okay with it. It's still an interesting topic to research, but that's not what I meant to click on. By the way, I saw something on YouTube. I don't even remember if they talked about it in the special program. I know I watched the trailer and I watched some parts of the devs talking, not all of it. But we are getting a new screen, like the party setup screen, right? And it looks really cool. Like, they actually added personality to the characters, and there's animations when you
leave, you
add a new character to your team, which is really good. But at the same time, I have child on field on my main account 99% of the time, so it's not like I'm gonna be switching characters around a lot. Okay, there we go. Inazuma's Act 1 is long. Yes. Yeah, the second act... Listen, I love Ayaka. Ayaka is so sweet. She's an interesting character. I kind of feel bad, but I played through the first act, right? And then I wanted to progress the story and get to the more juicy lore. And I realized that I had to do Ayaka's quests. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't even get a say in this. So I just kept on postponing it. And it took me forever to actually get around to part 2. Because I just did not want to do Ayaka's quest. It was, to be fair, it was kind of stale. Like, I could see the plot twist coming a mile away. And you had to go around collecting all these things. And yeah, she's sweet, but like, it's a little bit too much, you know? Oops. I did not want to talk to you. I think I need to interact with the door. Yeah, no, goodbye. I'm here for the walking wallet. Yeah, when they enter the party. Yeah. The background changes as well? Oh, that's so nice. I love that. I love that so much. I saw like Venti just stays hovering in the air. It looks really cool. Some of them are a little bit like, you know. Some others have a lot of personality. They look really good. Anyway, any of them is an upgrade. It's an improvement.
Welcome, friend of child. And congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui.
What? When did I sign up? Lady, I don't consider child a friend. So cold. I have no intention of joining the Fatui. Do you though? Are you sure about that?
You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Only the Tsaritsa truly has a will as solid as the permafrost.
Okay, that's poetic and funny, since Fontaine is right around the corner. By the way, if the audio levels are not okay, if anything is too low, please let me know and I'll try to adjust it as much as possible. Ayaka is sweet, but I feel like, I don't know, I like her, and she has all of this pressure on top of her, and it's meant to show the culture of Inazuma. She's sweet, but like, that's it. There isn't a lot of conflict within her character to make her more interesting, so I understand that. You can play tic-tac-toe on her forehead though, so that's a plus.
But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
What agreement? Oh, the thing about him helping us find a guy?
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
I call cap.
Where is that guy anyway?
Child is currently at Liyue Pavilion.
Liyue Pavilion?
Oh, Paimon knows this one.
Of course you know, food is involved.
There are 2 styles of cooking in Liyue.
It's perfect, thank you.
Known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but neither has emerged as the clear winner. The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Liyue Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face-to-face with the Shinue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style.
That's some badness. trust you to only know these sorts of things. Again, food is involved. You are like this every time we talk about food. Yes.
Don't talk to Paimon like that. Anyway, Paimon's hungry. Let's get moving.
Don't talk to Paimon like that. Paimon doesn't only like food. Anyway, let's eat. I think it's funny that no one questions Paimon a lot. There's some characters that are like, what are you? Are you like a floating fairy? And they don't find that weird. Like, do you see a lot of fairies around? Okay. But on top of that, she isn't from anywhere in Tevat. No one recognizes her as being one of them. And yet she knows pretty much everything about the culture and even some things about the Archons, and no one questions it. It's weird. The animation of Ayato Shogun playing tic-tac-toe on her forehead? The disrespect! Are you serious? I need to check that out. I have not, but I will. After the stream I will have. Hi! Oh, wait, sorry. Let me try to pronounce your name. Elris? I'm not entirely sure I said that right, but hi, thank you for dropping by. How are you doing? Child and my boy. Oh, I am so hyped for Child in the Fontaine quest. It doesn't have a vision, but honestly, you could just come in and say hi, and I'd be like, oh,
as
my
promised,
boy.
I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liyue Qixing would hide the Geo Archon's vessel.
So, where is he? In Liyue Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liyue custom.
The custom that Paimon loves. Paimon Among Us? Yeah. I mean, some of the posters, like the animations, involve them eating the crewmates. She would. If she was big enough, she would.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Grandpa! Hi, old man. Why is there a leaf inside?
Hi.
No, please stay seated. Don't break your back. We know you are old.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhongli, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui.
So weird. At which point did he establish contact with the Fatui? Because it's a funeral parlor. Why are they involved with the Fatui? Maybe Hu Tao knows that they are shady, and she's like, you know, if you need help hiding the body, I can give you a discount. Maybe that's how it started. She isn't a god? I don't think Paimon is a god. I'm still half believing that she may be part of Istaroth, like part of her consciousness, but not the full god, not a god in her own right, you know? But honestly, anything goes. With Paimon, given that we know literally nothing, anything goes. Everyone fangirling. I mean, excuse me. I know that I'm about to offend like 90% of the Genshin community, but I don't think Zhongli is that attractive, okay? There, I said it. Maybe it's the rat tail. Maybe I just don't like the rat tail. It actually looks old to me, not like grandpa style, but it looks way too mature, and it's also very put together, which just adds to the effect. It's just, I don't know. I've said my piece, okay? You are welcome to come for me with your pitchforks if you so choose. Associate of the Fatui?
Indeed. Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed.
Yeah, okay.
And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
Hu Tao! The hell?
Walk in the shadows?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion?
You just blink that off existence.
Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of business involving dealing with people?
I mean, in a sense.
Indeed. It is as you have guessed. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
He needs to have known what he was doing.
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng funeral parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly.
Ostensibly, Hu Tao!
Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zhongli because...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
You mean your own dead body?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhongli has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst.
How would I know, man? I had never been to Jueyun Karst before. How can I tell that anything changed? Yeah, that's a sus line, and I did not even remember that. I don't think anyone ever pays that attention. What is Hu Tao doing, though? No, for real. Like, the Wangsheng funeral parlor is supposedly all about respect and respecting the dead and whatnot. And then you have Zhongli, who's this upstanding citizen who does not pay for his own things, but okay. It's weird because he calls Charles a rascal and all that. He kind of enjoys being with him, but at the same time is like, oh yeah, that guy, you know? And then is just openly and it just decides to do business with them. That's so weird. He knows what they did to his nation. That's true, the Adepti are staying away from Liyue. The Geo-Archon is also an Adeptus? Yes, tell me about yourself.
Archons go by many names. The god of contracts, the god of commerce, the warrior god, Morax, Rex Lapis. Is the idea that he also has the title of Adeptus so strange? As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning. In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
How dare they disrespect my fake dead body. Anyway, did you hear that? You know what that reminds me of? The Flower of Paradise Lost set, in which Nabu and Dashra just believed that humanity would eventually rise up and overtake the gods. We have the same thing happening on a smaller scale with the Adepti. That's interesting, okay? Because I've seen some trends with certain plot points repeating themselves, but like increasing in intensity. It could be the same. We could be slowly but surely seeing humanity being like, no, I'm fed up, I'm taking over. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if they had the forethought to just have everything planned out and be like, okay, so let's add like a little Easter egg right here. But if they did, that's really cool. He enjoys spending his money, that he does. Well, they do have a day side to deal with.
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng funeral parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to.
It's too important
Traveler.
for that.
Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo-Archon's last rites?
And, okay. So, Charles just goes on and tells this random man, from his point of view, that there's this traveler who met a god that is supposedly gone and hasn't been seen for thousands of years. That's such a weird relationship, man. I can't get over that. I'm going to have to think about it. I accept your invitation. Charles says too much. I agree.
Oh, in our line of work, this means that you want to silence me. How interesting. Draw your sword. We shall...
Oh, bro, chill.
Just kidding. Let's continue, shall we? The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the seven.
Precisely.
How do you know
Only
that?
by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again.
How do you know that? Signora wouldn't know that. You weren't in Mondstadt. Who told you that? Who told them we want to meet all the 7? Looks like there's no other choice.
If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
Ah, yes, slavery. Tons of materials to be collected.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it? You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks. And get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
Have you guys seen the fan art of Child trying and failing to use the chopsticks? So funny. Can I talk to you? Do you say anything else?
Chopsticks truly are difficult to use.
He's going to tackle the chopsticks like he tackles his weapons. The only reason why he uses a bow is because he doesn't know how to use a bow. So he wants to get rid of that weakness. Where's the door? What? Hello? We came behind the screen in the cutscene. There it is. Never mind. If you saw that, no you didn't. You didn't see that. Hi David, hi Ponyphonic. How are you guys doing? Thank you for joining. Peter is a blabbermouth. Do you think so? Have you ever heard the guy talk? He never talks. A walk would be nice. If it was only a walk though, we need to go like collect his shopping list from
After
literally
having
all over.
experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler,
Ooh,
how does
shade.
it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue?
Bro, you just retired. You cannot be talking from your high horse, okay? You literally said no. Screw this, I'm off. I prefer the atmosphere in Mondstadt. Yep, burn.
I see. So you're that sort of person. It's not a bad thing. But I suppose you have yet to experience the substance of Liyue's 3,700 years of divinity. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels.
Is really
Liyue
like
is the
waxing
most
poetic about
prosperous of the
himself.
7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here.
Are you sure about
Ling
that?
Wang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
And Hutal said yes.
What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
The nose.
I neither know nor
That's
do
what
I
he
wish
wants.
to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure.
So yeah, it's basically your wallet. Got it.
These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow.
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prized Noctilucus
No.
jade worthy of a deity.
Don't make me mine. I think we need to go to the vendor, right? Oh, do we need to negotiate? Is this one of those quests? Anyway, you know, I really like these older quests, but it's also kind of maddening seeing the characters being so clueless. Hindsight is 2020 and you're like, no, you dumb bee, don't do that. I just know that I'll take like forever to do this, so I'm not even looking forward to doing it. No, stop. Okay, so yeah, that's my W key. It's messed up. I cannot stop.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day.
Absolutely not.
It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Betting? No, we're here for... What was it again?
Noctilucus jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucus Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal.
Are you scamming us? I think I remember
What do you
him
think?
scamming us.
The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3
They
pieces
keep on
really do
blinking
look
out.
pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up.
Is this because the
But
queens
how do we
get swapped
pick?
depending
Should
on
we
who
just
you play?
grab one and go?
But they do animate the cutscenes with Heater first, so it shouldn't really be blinking out of existence like that. It's just pulling a Paimon. If you play Lumine, it's Paimon spills the beans. Wait, but they have the same voice lines, right? I don't think anything changes, not that I have noticed. I think people would be very mad if it did. But yeah, I know Paimon talks a lot. I don't remember her being like, by the way, Senora, we are looking for the 7. That would actually be hilarious, though. A man who makes his living off betting on stones can't be trusted so lightly. That's it. Hit him with a wisdom.
Very good. It seems you have learned some tricks of the trade.
What do you think, Mr. Zhongli? How should we pick from these pieces of Noctilucous Jade?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
God, you are so
And
full
that
of
would
yourself.
be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Yeah, Charles is paying, so I mean,
Oh,
sure.
you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! We need to discuss it again!
What's with a little smile on Eater's face?
Hey! If we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Actually, it's 2 times more Mora. Yeah, Paimon, go back to school.
Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
No shit.
How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
Yeah, Zhongli, it's called capitalism.
what?
Get in with the times.
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What?
It's talking about economics. It's talking about capitalism. That's what it's talking about. Sounds like it's loaded. It's got no money. Wait, not that one. It's got no
Is this
money.
how the rich live?
It's how the gods live.
Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
Amen, sis.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations.
Yeah, it's
Evaluating
called
the
trial.
quality of Noctilucous Jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade. Only after the item made using Noctilucous Jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that
Oh
mean?
god.
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous Jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon. Noctilucous Jade of excellent quality would have superior pyroaffinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
Blue? Isn't it like gold? Anyway, talking about the moon, did you guys see the Liyue trailer? If so, what do you think about the whole miracle and magic shenanigans going on and him just grabbing the moon and then holding the moon? I don't know what to make of that, but it's driving me insane. Zhongli has an even more sus line in his second story quest. I was here to witness their rise, and I should be here to witness their fall. Is sus. He is sus. Because he's like, oh yeah, I'm getting eroded, I should probably retire, but he still has like a perfect memory, which isn't really conducive to, you know, being eroded. I'm like, what? No, you are lying. Why are you actually retiring? You have been here for longer than any of the other gods that we know of. And then we have A, that's so very worried about erosion. And this dude, which is so much older, is just fine. It's completely fine. But he acts like he's scared of it. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this man. But I don't... Oh, look at the NPC. There you go. There you go. That's the feeling you get when you are walking down the sidewalk and someone is right in front of you. So you both step to the side, but to the same side. So you just kind of do a little dance with each other, you know, before you finally move on. I didn't realize you were such an expert. Is this normal life for a high-class gentleman? Is that the vibe it just exudes?
I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just sad that we might never be able to use it again.
I mean, why do you want jade? Why?
We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell?
Then I'm not buying any. Then can we get some small samples?
That would... well... fine. As you wish, then.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted.
How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
I mean, it is a loss because you basically
All
told
right.
him you would buy
Take
all
these
of
as
them.
samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
You're just going back on your word. So thin.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker.
Bombastic
No,
side eye.
even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
How stingy. This is impressive handiwork. These are the two kinds of people. Glass half full, glass half empty. I guess if you are slicing a gemstone, you'd need to have very, very steady hands to make
Stingy?
it that thin.
I've already been very generous. Any more and you may as well have my neck.
Sure,
But
come here.
wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
So Nahida isn't
What
the only
sort
person who
of
comes up with
conditions?
these weird metaphors.
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly
but how?
speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is the Geo Archon, right? He has a fake vision, so I can see him just being able to use Geo. But like, how are you going to use Pyro and Hydro? Because the game has made it a point to tell us that Hydro and water are not the same thing. So how? Excuse you. You could call Charles, but what about the Pyro? Are you just going to call Zhongling? Are we going to have like a cookout made of jade? I remember this spot in the Dada Whoopa Gorge. How about the kitchen at Zhongling's place? Yeah, that sounds better.
You mean at
But
One
that's-
Mean Restaurant?
Bro, that's not Hydro. You could get the Pyro from
As
her.
long as we do it when she's not in.
That would not do. It is a place where people come and go. They would be endangered if the elemental reaction were to get out of control. We
I mean,
cannot
sure,
take
why
such
not?
a risk.
Are you sure about that? I
Paimon
can.
remembers we once saw
I
this
don't care.
big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the hilly churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions.
Shut up,
Now,
Paimon.
let's pack those
Whose
samples
side
up
are you
and
on?
make a move.
This is literally all that I didn't want to do. This is slave work, okay? You're just taking us on a tour. I'm sorry, are you telling me that you walked all this goddamn distance to Mondstadt because of a pot? Because you wanted a big pot? You kidding? I can't. JK Crafted, hi! Thank you for joining. How are you doing? Wait. Let me just catch up on chat real quick while we run to our big pot because sure, that's the life of a traveler. Very charming. The twins aren't quite the exact same in what they say. Lumine is the moon, the winter, the cold, the more edgy one. Heater is the stars, the summer warmth, and a bit more trusting. You know, I get that feeling.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the nation of
Are you
Wind.
going to be talking the whole time?
A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue.
Congratulations.
It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
Snake wine? They never told us about snake wine in Sumeru, did they? Anyway, yeah, I don't think the dialogue itself changes.
It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it.
Uh-oh.
It's a bit impolite, but we gotta cut the line.
Cut the line, yeah, you can call it that. Sure. Call mass murder cutting the line. Why don't you? Like, I think they say the same things, but I do get the feeling that they might have gotten different directions for the voice acting. And again, I've played this only in English, so I don't know if it's the case for all of the dubs. But when I played We Will Be Reunited, I saw Heater, and it didn't sound mad. It sounded tired.
There's still soup in here. These hilly trolls sure have big appetites.
That is water. What kind of soup are you having? I don't know. It didn't sound mad. It sounded like just tired. Like he was tired of having to fight against Destiny and having to wait to meet his sister. Lumine, on the other hand, when I watched it on YouTube, she sounded so mad about Dainsleif. Like, how dare you travel with him? So yeah, I can see a difference in their personalities and also their attack patterns. Like, Lumine is more aggressive. Heater is probably more on the defensive. But I don't think it changes what they say, though. Erosion discussion? Yes. Yes. We need to really talk about erosion. It makes no sense. Not yet. I want Farina to also follow the theme of the broke Archon. Yeah, honestly, she would probably throw a hissy fit if they didn't just give her stuff for free. I can see that. Speaking of hissy fits, I know that there's a lot of theories about why Charles doesn't have a vision in the trailer. Part of me just thinks that maybe Farina is like, you know what, you are not worthy of having a Hydra vision, you know? Because we have been wondering for a long time if the divine ideals, the godly ideals, play a part in deciding who gets which type of vision. And since Hydra is justice, she may be like, I do not agree with your idea of justice, so I'm just going to take it away. I'm going to confiscate it because I don't like you. I wouldn't put it above her. From what I've seen, I really wouldn't. Well, it's our lab now. Shame to let it go to waste. That's water, bro. It's boiling water.
Looks like it could be used as our hydro elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment.
We are cooking Jaden soup. As you do. This is like your
We're
average
ready
Friday.
to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need.
Archons add the weirdest metaphors. They do. They really do.
Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier
Flush your
and
anxiety
bluer the
dookie
ore
away.
gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention.
Okay, blue. Okay, it's blue. It's not gold for some reason. Shouldn't jade be green? I actually don't know if there's... What? I need pyro! You are kidding me. No, I don't have a single pyro claymore user. Not again. For the love of God, are you kidding me? I don't wanna. We got Jiangling, we got Amber, we got Toma, we got Bennett, and no Pyro Claymore, because of course not. And we also need Hydra, right? I mean, maybe not, because it's already in the soup. Maybe not. I hate this. Who should we go with? Jiangling? She likes cooking. I hate breaking the rules. I've set out these
I'll bring
rules
my seasonings.
so I could make my life harder, okay? Why are you trying to make me play on easy mode? Actually, this might be a stupid idea, because I can't really control when Goba goes off field. Bennett might have been a better choice, but whatever. Okay, so it just goes up. It doesn't fluctuate. It's fine. Why is it raining? It's fine. It doesn't really affect anything, right?
That light came from the first Noctilucous
No!
Jade.
Shoot! You scared me, you
Hilly
bastard!
trolls are surrounding us again.
No!
Were they attracted by the light?
No! Stop!
Such nosy neighbors. Let's take care of them and continue again after.
Taking care of them. What a euphemism. Okay. Get down here. Get down. Bro.
Come at me!
No. Dory, do your thing. No, not jungling. We can't use... No! Dory. Can you please fall down? Just fall down. I'm too short to reach here. I'm a chibi. Please? Can I climb this? No? Okay, I guess I did ask for hard mode. That's on me. I will now keep my mouth shut. Just fall down. You are really testing my patience. I don't know if the ult would reach it. It's technically higher. But I don't know where the hitbox for the actual decks are. So. No. Let's just break the door. It's fine. I give up. No! Is so stupid. It never targets the right thing. Anyway. We are done. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Let's go see the meaty tribe. I think we did a little bit more than just seeing. If you catch my
the
drift.
second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it?
Stop!
More hilly trolls. They don't give up, do they?
The under is scary
Looks like they're
in
mad
the
that we
rain.
ruined their food.
No, stop that. I came for your soup, not your life. This is on you. I wash my hands of this sin. Did I hear anything? Are we good? Can we keep going?
Bubba, get them.
Okay. You do it. So close.
Oh, that's bright! Too bright! That was the third Noctilucous Jade, wasn't it?
The
It
third?
was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one.
Okay.
Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
Wait, is it the third from left to right or right to left? I think that's an important detail. Paimon? What do I do? Oh my god. Fairness? Yes, it is fair. You give products, you don't get rocks tossed on
The rain has stopped. Come
by
with
a
me,
god
let's
and
make
an
some
unknown
razzle-dazzle.
variable. I don't think that is fair. I think that's just basic courtesy, you know? You shouldn't have to. That should be the expected
You're
base
back,
level
my
of
friends.
respect.
I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
Yeah, the third, whatever that is. I would like. Okay, I just need to pick the number. That's
Exactly.
nice.
That's the one Paimon remembers too.
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucous Jade for?
A funeral, festive, I know.
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them.
Oh, boo-hoo. I heard my
This-
god died and I didn't care,
This
but now I
means
need to
that
buy
Rex
a
Lapis really is... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his
Jade
way while going
Mystery?
incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights.
Oh, okay. I thought there was another title.
Alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
I mean, it
If
has a
not for our
face to
Lord's
keep,
protection,
you know?
this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
You hear that, Grandpa?
In
Do
the
you?
safe hands of the Liyue cheating and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liyue will continue to prosper as it always has done.
So let's not get ourselves down just yet.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucous jade back.
Okay, boss. What's the
Hey,
next
wait
item
a
on the
minute.
list?
He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Any what?
Mora. Imagine
Mora.
being the god of
My
money
apologies.
and knowing
Another
nothing
oversight
about
on my part.
transactions. What a strange take on the value of money. A local of Liyue who doesn't have money on their mind.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait. Didn't Child give us some advanced funds earlier?
I have them on me, but I want them.
That's a relief. Have a look, boss. Is it enough?
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Wait. You guys
Look at
also
you
don't know anything
bossing
about
everyone
transactions.
around. You didn't cough up a single mora.
You don't just hand your money to the vendor and be like, so is this enough? Because he didn't name a price. He could just scam you for all that you have and be like, oh yes, it's just barely enough for half price, you know. Please remember to bring money next time. It's never going to happen. Guess you need to find Child for more funding.
It seems that we must. I will
have
keep
no
that in
shame.
mind. Thanks, both of you.
You really have no shame. No, sir. Let me just catch up. Sorry. You're doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm doing well as well. I am, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I'm going on vacation today. Yeah, not today, tomorrow. That I am not looking forward to. Weird thing to say, I know, but I'm not. But for today, I am okay. Gadget time with the rugs? Yeah. Thankfully, they didn't ask us to just pick out the right one. That would have been an oversight on their part. Like, how am I supposed to know? Right to left or left to right? It's like me reading any comic on the internet. I have like a 50% chance of getting it right because my mind has been so trained by manga that I'm like, oh yeah, I need to read it like right to left. But then it's not. And I'm like, huh? What? And there's so many people, like artists, that are also very much manga readers, so they also follow the right to left format. So yeah, it's like a 50-50. And my luck isn't stellar, so... I found a really good definition for erosion, just in a different world of the Hoyoverse. Oh, so like Honkai? Can you use an animal and the pyroflowers on their pot to make it work? Oh, sorry, I didn't see that before. But, oh, I need to switch... Stop. I need to switch out Jiangling, by the way. Thank you for reminding me. Like, the problem with that is that I can't really use Anemo either, because I don't have, like, Sayu. I don't have a single Claymore Anemo user. It's great, right? It's great. I got, like, the least used kind of weapon. The Russian roulette really hates my guts. Okay. I have
We can
flashbacks
leave
to
the
these
jade
things.
here.
I had to collect
I
so
have
many
already
for Yanthe.
called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
So funny. And he actually sounds like a grandpa in this line. We'll pay the jewelsmith when he arrives. Fingers crossed Charles will reimburse us.
Guess we can't do
Yeah.
anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Yes.
How
I
do
have
places
already
go?
rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite.
With whose money? How did you rent it? The rite of ascension took place here too. So we are just using the scene of the crime to, you know, send off the
Liyue
victim.
Chising have agreed to this arrangement.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith.
Oh yeah, the joys of being a
Although
wanted
with
criminal.
that said,
Can't
since
wait
we
for
got back
Fontaine.
from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. Wonder what that's about. Also, the, Rex Lapis vessel.
Autoplay. Dude.
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So, was this Exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here.
There is no evidence. It was staged. It still feels very odd. Seems a bit too easygoing. I don't know.
These things are for
Corruption
the
and all that, you know.
authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Oh, flashbacks
Golden
triggered.
House?
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Tevat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Wow! Oh,
There's
no!
nothing
Paimon
behind those
wasn't
eyes.
thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morax. But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
I wonder.
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available.
The Shissing provide the location and Charles the funds. They must have some ulterior motive. Of course,
Perhaps
nothing is for
each
free.
has their motives. But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In Liyue, where the
Morally
god
very
of
much?
contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers outside their remit. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the
Shady,
rite.
shady.
Perfumes?
Yinger!
Where will we get those?
No!
Do we buy them?
No.
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 Perfumes used to honor the
No.
gods must be freshly decocted.
No.
The quality of the silk flowers we require is also special. Silk
someone
flower
get
petals
Timaeus.
contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to gods and adepti.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on
drama
high
hasn't
society
healed yet.
again.
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
Oh my god. Is it Yinger? I didn't remember this. I don't wanna. Yinger. Okay. If Yinger was like Shanahan, no, it could be interesting. Sussy Lady is a little bit too sus for me to handle. Someone get Timaeus. Come get your girl. She for the streets, bro. Okay, I actually don't remember if this is when we talked to Yinger, but it seems likely. Where am I meant to go? Am I going the wrong direction? No, down, 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 down. Okay. There we go. Sorry, let me just catch up. Hey, Aiko! A one weapon type challenge, nice! What weapon did you get, or did you pick? I didn't pick mine, obviously. Otherwise, I would not be using Claymores, that's a given. But yeah, swords, pole arms, those two are like really good options. And we are getting more variety with bows. Claymores though! No, not Claymores, not Claymores. Back to the erosion talk, there is clearly more to it than the basic knowledge we currently know about it. The question is how it links to long-lived species and why it happens. Oh yeah, I like the Star Rail terminology right there. I mean, it's like... when you think about it, if you like transpose this into the real world, it's kind of like an old person growing old and losing their faculties and their memories. But because memories in Genshin are just a form of elemental energy, it really makes you reconsider everything. Like if a human could potentially live that long, would they naturally have erosion? And technically we know that they do because they were cursed, like the Conjurings were cursed and they do suffer from erosion. But is there like elemental energy behind the curse, and is that why they get eroded? Like, would a normal human being with very little amounts of elemental energy even be erodable, if that makes sense? Erodable? Is that a word? I don't even know if that's a word. Can literally 3D print money. Is also broke. Yes, and he made sure that all of Tevat was also broke. He caused the economic collapse and no one has ever talked about that. We need to talk about that. How many dead god bodies have you seen that you need a special word for it? That's a good point. That's a good point. To be fair, I do think that the Exuvia, like, is a terminology for the live thing as well. Like when it descended in his dragon children form. Maybe. Wrong, there is mint everywhere. Some characters use it a lot. And to cook, you can make it into delicious food, so that's fine. I tried to put the erosion definition in the chat, but it's not gonna fit. You can like if you want split it up, or if you wanna like comment on the VOD or something, I'll check it out later. As you wish.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Ingenuity, hi, how are you doing? Thank you for dropping by. Finger time. Don't. No smiley face. No smiley face. You know what's coming. You know as well as I do, and I am shaking in my boots. By the way, have you seen the theory that this rite of parting was meant for Guizhong and not Morax? Like, symbolically speaking, is he just sending her away? Oh, that's heartbreaking, actually. Oh my god. I disagree with that theory because Zhongli says that the last time he had to do a rite like this was 3,700 years ago, presumably meaning Guizhong's funeral. Okay, Ren, I'll check that out later, I swear. I have some comments to catch up on from my latest video. I will do that like after the stream. To be fair, I don't think there were more losses during that war. It's just that Guizhong was the most important, but I do think they would send her away. I don't know. In a way, it's kind of like the end of an era.
Hey,
because
Bob, do you sell silk flowers here?
Because if you think about it, there was the Guili Assembly, and both Morax and Guizhong were the gods that were in charge. They were both the gods. So, in a way, half of the... how do I call it? Not kings, not monarchy. I'm gonna go with monarchy, whatever. Half of the monarchy had died, and this is him being like, okay, here's the other half. I'm giving it up. It's the time for the humans to shine, in a way. You could make it really sentimental if you wanted.
Silk flowers? We certainly do. Which kind would you like?
Is there more than one?
Which kind? The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paimon what kinds there are again?
Ugh,
Fair.
you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid questions.
You don't...
Golden House
I
Maiden,
want curse.
Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
Imagine.
My goodness,
depending
this
on the people's
gentleman is
patronage.
quite the connoisseur.
And then being like,
You two must
you
be his
so
servants.
dumb. What are you, a kneaded
Please
sandwich?
refrain from any further attempts to contribute.
Excuse you? Excuse you. Paimon, go at him. Slap him, eat him, I don't care. Well, guess I had it coming. No, you didn't. What the hell? What kind of masochism is this? This is what I get for calling Paimon emergency food? The same kind of treatment? Wait, you don't even recognize me? Yeah, it's fair. If Zhongli can be all high and mighty about his reputation, so can we.
I'm sorry. Ah, yes. We've met before, haven't we? Sorry, traveler. I shouldn't have spoken to you in that tone.
That's right, that's better. Now grovel at my feet.
Now then, please peruse at your leisure. Do let me know if you have any further thoughts.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat.
That's literally
Nevertheless,
every species
these
ever.
are
Zhongli.
fine specimens, excellently preserved.
Have you ever heard about speciation?
Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location,
God,
often
it's
in
like
large
Tignari all
clusters.
over again.
Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely packed stamens, though its powerful scent gives it away just
Is
as
that how you
easily.
pronounce it?
Lastly,
Stamens?
this strain is quite the recluse.
I've been pronouncing it
Unlike
like
its
stamens the
exuberant
whole time.
cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search
God,
of the
I'm back in
adepti.
college.
Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history.
Bruh,
Most are not grown by
nobody
horticulturalists.
cares.
Wow, a true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
I
just made it
possess
all up.
but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Bruh, I had like a class in college about the morphological aspects of plants and flowers, and there's all this super boring terminology that you have to know. I just had flashbacks to that. I was as tempted to sleep right now as I was during class, I'll give you that. What's so impressive about that? I'm still an ignoramus on horticulture.
Oh,
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
You mentioned like
I'll take them all,
a lot of
boss.
bro.
Again?
You gotta
How can I put
economize.
this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird.
There you go to the metaphor.
But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case.
Then why are you
The same
comparing?
logic does not apply.
God,
Perhaps you don't
you
know.
are maddening.
Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the seven. Rex Lapis will then make his own choice between the scents.
Make it now.
Like several other tedious and
No, not
complicated
later.
traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the seven in 3,700 years.
Oh?
As such,
Did you hear that?
I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in
Wait,
this
wait, wait,
case.
wait, 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 wait. The only rite of parting to take place for one of the seven in 3,700 years. Makes no sense. It makes no sense, and I'll tell you why. The Gwili assembly took place before the Archon War, right? Because during the Archon War, basically the gods got weeded out one by one until we only had 7 of them. So, 3,700 years ago, the Archon War was beginning. It wasn't ending, it wasn't established. So either we had like one of the 7 ascend to power and immediately kick the bucket, or like there shouldn't be the 7 yet. This makes no sense. And he got, yeah, but it's weird because Zhongli is like so technical about all of these things, and he just hides so much behind his words that like there's so much veiled meaning. So for him to be like, oh yeah, one of the 7, and then it's just Guizhong, doesn't make a lot of sense. I wonder if like, okay, this is just me being crazy, but like imagine that Guizhong was like given the Geonoses, and then she kicked the bucket, and it was like, okay, fine, I'll take over. That didn't happen. It's the original. We've been told that it's the original, but like, I don't know. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Is Bolai the guy who told us about Ningguang's tax break law before the Rite of Ascension? Bolai is the guy that we are talking to right now? I don't think so. Just because the other guy seemed to be nicer than this one. You know? He didn't call us as an idiot, basically. What dialogue path will you take with Yinger? The innocent boy or the flirty boy? I'll let you pick. I'll let you decide. I'll roll with whatever you want, okay? I'll take all the punches. I'm already taking psychic damage, just thinking about it. I swear to God.
Now that's settled. A question. Do you have any Mora on you?
You
Is this
forgot
y'all's
to bring
man?
money again? Zhongli.
Is this y'all's man? Come get him. Give him his meds. Take him to a loving, caring care home. Put him away. He's past his due date. He needs to retire for good. I see a pattern emerging here. Yeah. By this point, I'd be more surprised if he'd remembered.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
That's pretty
Yes,
privileged.
in a sense.
No way.
Gosh,
He just gets
well,
everything for
why
free.
didn't
That's
you
pretty
say
privileged.
so?
I refuse.
I heard the
No.
awful news about what
They don't
happened
even
at
care
this
about
year's
your
Rite
They're
of
just like,
Dissension.
oh, yeah, Zhongli.
It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried that everything I've heard is true. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge. Just don't forget to pass on my regards.
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd
did
only be
what
worth
now?
a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
It's like Stanley of the small local businesses.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
More like Charles
Our
Wallet.
skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money.
Please, it's the least I could do.
Okay. For the dude that was calling us an idiot sandwich just now, is
So,
surprisingly
now that we've
nice
got
now.
the flowers, how do we make the perfume?
No.
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of my acquaintances have personal experience in the art of decoction.
Timaya!
Talk about first
Where are
world
you when I need
problems.
you?
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city. Try the common folk, especially women.
Not especially
So
the
this
women.
time we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies to talk to? Paimon likes this job.
No,
I'll wait for
Yinger
you
doesn't
near the
smell
statue
nice.
of
She
the
smells
Seven.
sussy.
Meet me there when the perfume is ready.
It's just going to
Maybe
go
we can
frolicking
find some
through the
good
fields
candidates at the
while we
Adventurers Guild.
get harassed.
Let
Essay, really. Sorry, Paimon. I cut you off. Honestly, that's probably for the better. Let me just teleport because I need to get to the upper level anyway, so yeah. Zhong is a bit of an old woman though, right? He is! We have folklore about him just taking the form of a woman and running around Liyue, so you know. Why do I need to talk to the Adventurers Guild? I need land advice? Can't I just go sniffing them? I got Razor, he's good at sniffing. He's gonna get slapped across the face, but it's fine. I don't really care. Appointed 3,000 years. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the exact figure in my head, but yeah, that sounds about right, really. Yeah, there was a disaster 3,700 years ago, but like there should not be the 7 back then. It seems like the rite of parting was modeled after Gui Zheng's funeral, which is why the older woman's perfume and glazed lilies are such important components of the rite. You think it was created for her? That could be. It says it's ancient, but like that's pretty ancient anyway. Maybe Guizhong and Zhongli were another duo Archon, deal with Guizhong being the shadow, helping Zhongli like A and Makoto. So saying 1 to 7 in the context would make sense. But the thing is, from the text that we have, it doesn't seem like Guizhong was in the shadows. Because Guizhong had her own people first. And then she basically merged her people with Zhongli's and they were ruling as a duo. With Makoto and A, it was a bit of a weird situation. It was different because we already had a 7 established. We couldn't have another Archon just tagging along, you know? So she was our Kagemusha. That way, basically, there was only one person in power. She was just there as the bodyguard.
Lan, we need to ask you for a favor.
Do you smell nice?
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two, but you'll just have to ask another adventurer.
No, just come closer. Can I take a seat?
That kind of favor.
Yeah?
It's just a teeny tiny thing.
You smell great. That's not creepy at all.
Wow. Just wow. I'm just going to assume that you're either joking or being sarcastic.
Bro,
To be fair,
why
I
the
put a
low
lot of
self-esteem?
effort into my appearance for someone who spends all their time in the great outdoors. But I smell great? Don't be ridiculous.
You liked it. You
Well,
were flattered.
Paimon
Don't
thinks you smell
lie.
amazing. So come on, Lan. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent? Oh, it must be from the Qingxin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lan's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway,
okay, you just
this is a
immediately
pointless
take care of your
conversation.
appearance. Nothing wrong
If
with
you
that.
want to know about perfume, try talking to Qimei.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good.
Have you ever talked to her? How do you know?
See you around.
Paimon is Paimon remembers the scent, and sure, our sense of smell is the one that is most closely linked with our memory. But now I just have this mental image of Paimon sniffing every random woman she comes across and being like, "Oh yes, this one passes a vibe check."
Hello. How may I help?
Oh, she's such a soothing voice.
We've come to ask you a question.
You smell great. You freaking degenerate.
Sorry, you caught me off guard. Most people aren't so direct. I think we need more time to get to know each other.
Oh, so
We
slow
just wanted
down.
to know what perfume you normally use.
That was surprisingly forward. Okay.
Well, I don't actually use any.
All natural?
That said, some of the cosmetics I
Damn.
use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the
Goodbye, Jiggy
docks,
Crafted.
I
Have a
avoid
nice
perfume
rest.
like the plague.
Thank you for dropping
because
by.
Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
Wait, I kinda lost
While
all
we're
of
on the
that.
subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
No.
Yin air?
Uh,
Oh, as in scent of spring yin air?
Yes, that's her.
Yingar?
Many a rich
Said
family's daughter has gotten
Yingar?
her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Great!
Oh,
This
go
is
with
just
the
the intel we
off
need.
brand stuff,
Finally,
please.
we're getting somewhere.
No, we're not. I mean, we are. We are getting to a very dark place. Whoever wrote the dialogue for Yinger had a freaking field day. I swear to God. Oof. I don't wanna. Paimon says at some point that she remembers how things were before the Inazuman ban on travel, suggesting she has history in Tevat at least a year or so back before meeting the traveler. I don't remember that. Is that from the actual Inazuma arc, or is it like the voice lines? I don't remember that. It's kind of weird because we know that she was at the bottom of the lake when the traveler woke up, and if you go based off her demon counterpart, she technically can stay underwater for a very long time, so we don't really know how long she had been in there by the time the traveler fished her out. So yeah, if she has this ring Devat, perhaps she could have been around for a very long time.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
I haven't.
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
You are as
Snooping
appealing as
around?
rotten fruit.
Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like?
Ma'am, you are a menace. Okay, chat, I'm leaving it up to you. Are we going flirty? Or are we going get this woman away from me? What is it called? Restraining order. Okay. 2 options. We got flirty either, and we got please someone get a restraining order from me either. Okay? We got those 2. You get to pick the flavor of either we have today. A bespoke triple silk flower variety. Whichever one you are wearing. Isn't that a little bit flirty? Like, I like your smell. I'll go with that one. So, yeah, I'll let you cast your votes and then we'll decide. How much of a broken, not regarding more, of a god... Oh, Mora. Okay, not regarding Mora. Of a god, do you have to be Deshred? You have to be Deshred. I mean, you have the other region where the last man standing got the noses, while Celestia comes to him. Please be an Archon. Yeah, that's freaking wild. And you know what? I don't know if they were aware that Deshred opposed them at that point in time. Because we know that Deshred wanted to use Forbidden Knowledge to take down Celestia. If they knew, it kind of gives a new meaning to the noses. We know that the gods are under contract. They can't really disclose what happened during the Cataclysm, at least according to Zhongli. And it may go further than that. The noses themselves may be a way to keep them in check. And if Celestia knew that he was planning something, by giving him the noses, they could essentially put him in a cage, you know? But then, it's a little bit weird that Brukadavara eventually was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll take it, if she knew about it. Maybe she didn't have a choice, I don't know. It's weird, it's really weird. Maybe it was just that good, I don't know. I think it's just before they leave for Nizuma at the end of some Zhongli quest. I will keep an eye out for that then. I've never seen Flirty. Okay, Flirty. Either Aram. Okay, Shad has spoken. Whichever one you're wearing.
I'm not wearing any, darling.
Oh my god.
Could it be that you've been bewitched by my natural scent? If so, I'm afraid it's one of a kind.
I hate the fact that her voice actually sounds
Whatever
so
this
good.
is, you guys need to snap out of it right now. Hand her the silk flowers.
3 in 1 go. My goodness.
Bro?
You have extreme
Bro?
tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling ammunition.
Holy
Is that
shit,
it?
okay. You got a problem with that? It could sound really aggressive. Roar. It could sound really aggressive, but I think it's meant in a flirty way, so let's go with that.
Ay, 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 who let this tiger out of the cage? Well, with your looks, who can blame you? If you've got it, flaunt it.
You look like a kid.
As one of my favorite poems goes. O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy
Deflowered?
sturdiest wood shall wither.
Sturdiest
Bend over
wood?
Paimon's head a little.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with
Are
me.
you guys seeing this? You can't see it, but my jaw is like on the freaking floor. Okay, if you say so.
So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume?
I can't. I can't. The second-hand embarrassment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tone it down. Jesus Christ, lady. You know, we asked 3 ladies. 3? Only 3? I think it was only 3. Basically asked 3 ladies about the perfume. And you know what it reminds me of? You know that wants to be dominated, will dominate you, will ask you to be gentle. That's them. That's the 3 of them. I cannot. That Awupa Gorge. Oh yes, so romantic. It's a meaty place. Wink wink. You know. How about the kitchen at Zhangling's place? Yeah, let's not go to the Awupa Gorge.
You mean Wan Min restaurant? Good choice. Let's go.
My god, okay. You are a menace, you are a danger to society, you are going to get my blood pressure up, I'm going to die, and then no one is going to pay for my funeral because hotel does not offer cross-dimensional
I've had a word with
discounts.
Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you ready to please me?
Oh my god.
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant, obviously.
Obviously.
While
of course.
I'm setting up, you can go and fetch some water.
Okay, some water. We need to get it wet. The perfume, the flowers, I mean. Okay. That's something. I'll give you that. Wait. I don't like the Dashroad offered no theory. Doesn't obvious reason the whole Archon. No, but it was actually, yeah, it was actually offered. Yeah. Ren is right. It's something that has been confirmed. It's weird. It kind of begs for some context, but it happened. With her. Yes. She's a tiger. She called us a tiger, but she's a tiger here. I had never picked this option
water
before,
will do
so I'm as shocked as
nicely.
you are.
Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using a crafting bench.
Is this the wrist part?
Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold
no.
of the mortar and pestle. Gently does it. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm.
No!
Keep going until the juices start to come out.
Whoever wrote this knew that Genshin players get no maidens. I don't know if they were trying to rub salt in a wound or just make us feel better, but god damn, Miss Yinger. Don't worry, I know what I am doing. Do you really?
Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water.
Bro.
Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench. Don't forget to do all 3. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is ready.
Okay. We have survived this far. Stay strong, soldiers. We'll do it. We'll be able to do it. I know it. Okay. Yep. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Why am I counting like I'm in preschool? Okay. Back to the lesson as we go. Sorry? Nahida says the Archon War was a waste, but if there was no Archon War in Sumeru, her comment seems off. It's not like there wasn't... Okay, like... I don't know if there were gods that were opposing the big three. It's just that in between them, they agreed to not fight each other, and then they just died off one by one. In the end, Rukkhadevata was the last one standing. So it also, at the same time, you need to remember that Nahida is like the avatar of Irminsul. She cannot access all the information in Irminsul, She needs to look around. It just doesn't come naturally to her. But she can know based on the records that are kept, right? So she would know what happened in the other nations. It's like, okay, there was this loss of life between the Archons and even possibly the people. Because, I mean, gods fighting, they do a lot of damage, you know? It might be more so in that way that she is expressing it as a waste than actually it having to do with Sumeru. I don't know.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all.
I'm scared.
The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent.
Okay.
So please focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step.
What are you saying, lady?
Don't waste a drop of that essence
Oh my
now.
God.
We want all of it in there.
I'm reconsidering all of my life
All
choices.
3 perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays.
I was thinking of you the whole time.
Wow, you actually remembered my throwaway comment. You know, you're cuter than people give you credit for.
Why
If
are
I
you
didn't have
talking
my
shit about
guard
me?
up, I can see how easily one could be taken in.
You
Anyway,
have your guard
shall I give
up?
you a brief
Excuse
overview of
you?
each scent? It might just help you match the right scent to the right occasion.
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this one.
How old are
All
you again?
clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood.
Okay, it's basically young women, then daughters of the high society, and then mature women. I don't actually know if we need to remember that, but okay. I think I got it.
Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything, okay?
Thanks, I won't.
I'll leave you with some parting words.
Oh god.
One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard.
She thinks we are going after 3 different women of 3 different walks of life. Okay.
Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
No. No. You'd have to tie me down for
Let's
that.
take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven.
Okay, what's
Mr.
it right?
Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
Yeah, that suits him right. He's making us do all the work after all. Alright. Maybe Sleepy and Eclipse. The Eclipse Drive. Have you heard like the voice line for that the Traveler has about it? It's so sus. And this is a Traveler we're talking about. It's not the twin. They don't know anything about Conria, and yet the name resonated with them. They knew that something was up. It's so weird. You haven't seen her during Ningguang's hangout. If you don't like this one, you'll just straight up die when you see that. You are right. I have not played Ningguang's hangout, and now I never will. Thank you for that. I love any reference to 3 heretical tribes, where they meet to drive the lost tribe of Immunlocker, because they both love fighting. Huh. I don't know if Immunlocker got turned into a Hilichurl. Do we have any confirmation on that? If I remember it correctly, it just went off and was never seen again. Yeah, right, I do think it's like a more general statement. Dashford is said to have refused something, but it certainly never says the thing was a Gnosis. Trying to remember where the text is. I don't remember word for word, but I do think it's basically been confirmed that it was a Gnosis, yeah.
We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli.
Is it just
Did
meditating
we
on his
take
own
too long?
feet?
You were just staring up at the statue.
Hello? Autoplay is so broken. We need Honkai Star Rail's how to play.
You're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
A rock.
That is true.
He is a rock.
Well, have you brought the perfumes?
3 sets, and not one less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
Offer golden housemaiden. Oh, I
This
just
is
need
the
to
first
offer all
kind
of
of
them.
perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies.
Offer Valley Weaver.
This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it.
Offer Fate's Yearning.
The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that?
Wow, okay, it actually reacted. That's interesting. Looks like Rex Lapis really likes this one. That's so awkward. I guess the final answer is number 3.
That's the one older ladies like, right?
Oh, is old. Let's go.
Does that mean
Grambly.
that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Yes.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
He
Rex
didn't deny
Lapis
it.
has taken on countless
He actually
forms.
agreed to it.
Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form, and...
And what?
Let's hope the Chising can catch the real killer.
Never mind.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
Well, we do need to see the Exuvia. What ulterior motives the child and the Chising have?
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Are we done?
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
No.
Cleansing bell?
Madam Ping?
At present,
Yeah.
a
Let's go to
friend of
Madam
mine
Ping.
named Madam Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace. If you ask her, she will know what to do.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
No? When does he?
Ah,
He does nothing.
I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person.
She would
Please,
suss you
do
out
this
in
for
a
me.
heartbeat.
Man, why's he gotta be so secretive this time?
My god. I wanted... That smells divine. Okay. I wanted to get to Child's fight today. I don't know if it's going to happen. I kind of have a headache. It's been getting progressively worse anyway. Oh, I wanted to title the stream Child Abuse with an E in between parentheses, but I wasn't sure if I'd get to that fight, and I don't think YouTube would love that. I think I would get bonked, so I didn't. I went with rotisserie child instead. Man just looking at his own statue. Yeah, he has a high self-esteem. Couldn't be me. In one locker, the person goes off, but his tribe just disappears. The tribe was present 2,600 years ago when Mondstadt is founded, but gone by the time of the aristocracy 1,000 years ago. I mean, yeah, it could be. It for sure could be. Oh, I want to place this.
All things must change.
But like, the thing is, what did it do? Right? Because Celestia doesn't just go turning people into hilichurls for nothing. And we only really heard about the Curse of the Wilderness being used during Canria's old debacle. And we know it wasn't the only instance because there's older hilichurls, but we don't know what prompted them to do that. How do you do, fellow kids?
Youngster, are you here to admire the flowers? Ah, but it's a shame. These glazed lilies have almost all wilted.
What happened to them?
The metaphor. Why are you
Back
so
in
slow?
my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But If they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
They would
So
last
that
not a
means
minute
these
in the real
flowers
world.
feel what's happening in Liyue?
Out of place, for
Yes,
real, I swear.
the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are everywhere. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which lies in the deep is breaking free. This harbor is like a
Foreshadowing.
mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old
Don't
and
freak
naggy.
out.
Did you have something to say, youngster?
Madam Ping is the actual Archon, Zhongli is just a stand-in? Yeah, like, don't doubt it. Do you see this old lady model? They had to nerf the hell out of her because she's just too powerful. People would just simp for her so much that Grandpa Lee would be out of commission. No questions asked. She's just perfect, you know? Have you seen the fan art version of his statue pose? I haven't. Another thing to look up. So we have the tic-tac-toe on Ayaka's forehead, and we have the fan art. I got homework to do. We'd like to borrow the cleansing bell. Yeah, straight to the point.
Ah, that old trinket. I remember it being here with me, but I've grown old. I can't quite recall where it is exactly.
Has a whole new meaning.
An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. Back when I was young, he saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me.
Oh.
But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to part with it.
He was already
It has
planning
been
to fake
many
his death back
years,
then.
and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow
Okay,
it.
maybe not. Maybe they use it for every adaptus.
These
that
old
dies.
bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
We can look for it ourselves. I'm a knight. Okay. I'm a Knights of Avonia certified lost property finder. Like the little device from Star Rail.
What a weird thing to be proud of.
All
are
right,
proud of having
children,
3 stomachs,
there is
shut
no
up.
need to worry. I didn't place the bell very far away.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
No, she lives in the tea set.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
How does that work?
It contains your house keys. The bell is all you own. In you go, Paimon.
There's no way Paimon would fit in there.
Yes, you would. Shut
And
up.
why do you need Paimon to go in anyway? Can't you just lift the lid and look inside?
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite welcome to borrow it. If you can find it.
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that I defy the laws of physics and everything imaginable. That looks a lot like Dendro. Do you think... I don't think we got a confirmed element for Ping. Could she be a Dendro? A Dendro-aligned Adeptus? They don't really need visions. Alrighty.
Where are we? What just happened?
Oh, okay. No.
Youngsters,
Ooh.
this is where
Don't
this old
hit- don't
woman
hit me.
keeps all her things.
Can I
Quickly
reach
now, go
Oh, I can.
fetch that
There we go.
bell.
Whoa! That sounds
I'm
like
not a
Granny's
dog.
voice.
Go
So,
fetch that
this
bell.
is her teapot?
I am not a
What's
dog.
going on?
Oh dear, So many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Clean up what? The slimes? How do the slimes even get in, though? Are you telling me that an electro slime just saw that he's head and was like, let me squeeze in? Oh, the music is so calming, so soothing. I love that. Speaking of music, I was today years old when I learned that the piece that plays during the loading screen actually also plays in the game.
How long has it been since Granny last swept this place?
I logged in. Oh, did you fall? Okay. I logged in earlier in order to prepare for the stream, and I was near the entrance to the Spiral Abyss, and it started playing after a long while. For a very long time, all that I could hear was Razor yawning, and it made me yawn. And it just started. I'm like, wait, did something happen? Because I had my game minimized.
Do you think this old granny could also be an Adeptus?
Yeah, you're only getting to that conclusion now. And I'm like, did something happen? Did I accidentally close the game? No. Oh. No. That scared me. Okay, we good.
Paimon's more and more convinced that she's an Adeptus.
Really?
But don't they all live in Julian Karst?
How could you have
Why
come
would
to
you
such
stay
an
in the
outrageous
city?
conclusion? Why is the targeting so bad on Izzy? Seriously, it needs a rework. It's actually painful. Ah! Get out. I can't even see you. I'm too short.
Someone needs assistance.
Okay, Wolfie, do your thing. Madam Pink seems odd about the Serenity pod. She says Steph is inside, when really the pod is just a doorway into the realm. It's not really. I mean, when the Adepti talk about the realms that they create, they talk about subspace creation, which to me reads like it's kind of like the Doctor Who. Kevin? I don't know. I haven't watched Doctor Who. Never mind. It's basically the whole concept that it's bigger on the inside, so it's actually contained within the teapot. And everything inside just so much bigger than you could ever imagine just by looking at the exterior. But I do think it's more than just a doorway into a different realm. Heroes can enter any realm through cracks, as was shown on the web event introducing Serenity Pod. They can do what? There was a web event about what?
How many levels does this teapot have?
Wait, that's wild!
It would be nice if we had one of these too.
We will, Paimon.
At least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Do they just like flatten themselves like pancakes? Okay, that's wild. I did not see that coming. Okay.
Oh, you found it.
Really?
Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me see. All right,
bring out your
that'll
teapot
do.
and your side teapot.
Come on out now, children.
It might be like a small replica that connects it to the outside world, because again, subspace creation kinda makes it sound like it is inside. I will listen to audio only. You go to bed. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. You too.
Oh,
and, I mean, I guess
in and out
a nice
in no
night.
time.
Have a
You
good
youngsters
rest.
really are quick.
Are you an Adeptus, ma'am? Are you one of the Liyue she's saying? Do you think? Are you with a Fatui? Sure. We saw tons of Fatui underlings inside.
An Adeptus? Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time. As to whether I am one or not, child, surely you already understand.
Yep.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny?
It's a pocket dimension. Yeah.
Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless Adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell,
I know.
I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands.
She's
So,
like, ha! You can't
why
fool me,
would I
you
be
old
unwilling
bastard.
to lend you the bell?
What if your friend doesn't return it? Can I give it what you want it for?
Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old lady knocking at their door. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat.
I can just imagine her
Well,
busting down the
you
door
must
like,
have things to
we
do.
are having
Since you
tea
have
and
the
you
bell,
are giving
you
it
should
back.
return.
No.
Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can
angel.
come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Okay. It's bigger on the inside. See? See? I think this is the confirmation we need. Like the achievement's name. It's bigger on the inside. It's what's on the inside that matters, you know. Okay, so I think this is it. The last preparation for the lantern rite. I hope so. This takes forever. And then, do we get to fight Child right after? I'm scared of fighting Child with this team. I really am. Like, Kave is here just for reactions. Is not even ascended. I haven't collected the materials I need, even though I have unlocked Sumeru. When I first fought Child on my main account, I died 3 times. 3 times, and I had to do the whole dialogue again and again and again. I was so fed up with it. And then I realized that I could just stand still at the beginning of each phase and heal my party to max health with Barbara. It took forever, but it worked because Child doesn't attack you until you make your first move. But now, I have none of that. I need to move to use my healer, so I'm screwed.
Indeed. This is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition.
Of course it
Let's
was.
place the perfume we've prepared
It's a memento
inside.
from a dead friend. You think Ping wouldn't take good care of it? Do you know, Madam Ping? Are you also an Adeptus? Yes, I'm on to you now,
An
boy.
Adeptus.
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry.
Suspicious? That's
Oh,
weird.
Yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
Thank you for that recreation, Paimon.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase
Oh,
kites.
There's more.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites. Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals.
Oh yeah, he makes a comment
I
about
will
the
explain
Archons.
it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
He has his line about the Tsuritsa.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
Don't lie, you have no thoughts, head empty, 24/7. They added another Archon quest for Liyue that canonically takes place after the child beatdown. The chasm, right? Yeah, I think that's the only one that they added. It's so good. The chasm quest is so good. I was actually genuinely scared for Zhao, and I saw a short on YouTube where someone made a connection, like the theme of the song that plays. It's like it's the exact same as a certain Honkai song that plays when tragedy strikes. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm glad I didn't notice that, because I would actually believe that Jiao would die. It is like really sentimental, the cutscene. It gives you shivers. It's really nice, honestly. Heal with food? Yeah, I healed with food last time as well. My characters got full. I got a beating, and they did not get hungry again in time. To be fair, I don't think I had enough food last time. I remember I had to go collect ingredients and stop to cook before I actually went back in. I have some hash browns. I don't have a lot of it. To be fair, this should suffice because my characters are still low level, so they have low HP. Yeah, it should work. We should be fine, I think. We have revival food, by the way. Revival food. Yeah, okay. We have 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 9. That's fine. We are not going to die more than 9 times, right? Right? A fun fact, Morax is the only Arcanist domain we haven't seen. We have seen Ventus partially during his story quest, and we fought in Ace. I'm guessing that Ruka and Nahida is the same. Oh. Oh. That's a good point. We got to see the goddess of salt, but we never got to see Is. That's interesting. Curiouser in Curiouser. An Alice in Wonderland quote, or is it Alice through the Looking... Bro! Alice through the Looking Glass. The next video I'm going to put up is all about Alice through the Looking Glass, and I've been waiting for ages to get this video out, and then there was this new event with Idia, and there were the preprints, and I'm like, maybe I should probably play the rest of that to make sure there's no new info, and then the algorithm was like, no, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait for it to revive. The next video I'm going to upload is a theory that revolves around the entirety of the story. It basically reframes the way we look at everything, and it's about Alice in the Wonderland, and not the Wonderland, through the Looking Glass. And I don't know if I'm going crazy, but it makes sense. There's so many parallels in this game. It's insane. You know the mirror, how there's one side that represents the waking world and the rest is a dream. We got a mirror in Tevat. I'm pretty damn sure. I'm pretty damn sure we got a mirror. And there's like this quote, this super old quote from the official site about the world turning upside down. You'll see. I'm not going to say anything. I don't know if I'm going crazy, but like I'm really excited to get that one out because it just makes sense, you know? It doesn't mean that they will necessarily take that route, but it makes sense. It's interesting. It's really interesting. Not the chasm, but the Shenhe and the Jade Chamber one. Oh yeah. Technically, that was also added later. I mean, they are both Archon quests, I think. But yeah, because we have Baisht, you're right. Oh, Shenhe is just...
Sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like to take them now?
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life. Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Longsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well-versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him.
Fashion, economics, jewelry, and jade pottery. Pottery? Tea, perfumes, flora, and fauna. Sure, why not?
He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
He took offense to that.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else, but there is more to it than that.
Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed.
Archon
These are
Lord.
decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo
Oh, freedom.
Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before.
Shh, Paimon, stop talking. So rude.
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon.
To Makoto though, not A.
These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Truly astonishing. Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame. As does that which the Cryo Archon once...
Oh. No, don't stop
Yes. These details are masterfully done.
now. No, please go on. This time around I actually want to
The
listen.
compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shen, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Uh-oh. Heater has seen enough. As for the payment, he says.
Well, allow me.
Oh, there we go. The walking wallet has returned. Rejoice.
Hey, it's Child!
Oh, sorry, David, I missed like a message you sent about the teapot thing. I remembered it and I went back for it and I found it. The teapot adapter says your teapot is second-hand. They mention your previous owner, so you don't make it, you appropriate it. Yeah, I mean, the only person that could have made it would be, Yes, Delaney! I talked about Delaney! Sorry, I'll get right back. Like, the only person who could have made it would be Ping. We can't really make it ourselves, you know? I have tried to find mirrors in Tevat. The Hilichurl big pot, if it has water, looks like it reflects light, but I don't think it does. The thing about mirrors is that... Okay, I won't talk too much about it, but the twins' journey literally mirrors each other. So we have one twin that starts their journey in Mondstadt, and then they want to find their way to Conria, right? We have another twin that starts their journey in Conria and ends it somewhere else. We have one twin that is a male, and another that is a female. We got Heater with very earthy kind of shades. We got like the browns and the blacks. We got some whites, but it's mostly this earthly kind of vibe. And we have the gold accents. We got Lumine with a very white color scheme with some like cool blue. We got, if you think about it, even Paimon and Dainsleif, they mirror each other in terms of color, right? And again, male, female. We got Dainsleif that got abandoned by the Traveler. They became like enemies on the, at least as far as the twin is concerned, not the Traveler, the Abyss twin. And we have Paimon, who's getting more and more scared of being left behind. She has severe anxiety separation anxiety, I mean. Like, remember the last sentence, right? The Traveler and Zhao stepped outside for like 5 minutes and she was freaking out. And then Paimon, for the first time, asked whether the Traveler really wanted her to keep traveling with them during the quest where we meet Clothar, which is likely the time when Dainsleif was... How do I put this? Sorry, I got distracted by the chat. Basically, if you think about it, it was at the time that the Abyss twin met Clothar, and then they eventually joined the Abyss Order. They probably stopped trusting Dainsleif around that time, and that's when Paimon is like, okay, I gotta make sure that the Traveler still wants me around. It's a complete mirror of each other's journey, and it's not the only one. But again, I'll talk about that later. I'll take my PC with me when I go on vacation. I'm gonna be writing that down. Hopefully I can get it out in like a few days. I'm really excited for that one, yeah. Did you see the Liyue trailer? I did. When I saw it, I just went, Liyue Moon, yes, yes. I went to Discord and I was like, guys, so Moon, Liyue, thoughts? Because we have never gotten anything official about the Moon Sisters. We got a lot of fables. We don't have anything concrete. And now it's talking about miracles and illusions and this holding the goddamn moon. Like, please elaborate. I need to know more. That the Cry Archon once held dear. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, love? I don't know. The one who made it was Zhongli because Golden-Eyed Adeptus. Wait, who made it? I'm lost. Who made it? Happy, hi! New Sabo, thank you so much, and thank you for dropping by. How are you doing? We are currently streaming the second part of the Liyue Archon quest, which is an arbitrary separation, because really the first part was only what I played. Lumine plus Eater, I do not know how to pronounce that word, I never know. Suzuki, Yin and Yang, eons, never separated before Tevat. Yeah, I also have like half a mind to say that we are living like in samsara. Like there's different cycles, and one twin has been through the ringer once. They have completed the journey, and now they are taking on the opposing role. So maybe that's why you can pick either twin, because they are both the canon traveler, as they are both the canon abyss twin. It really depends on what cycle they are on. But that's, again, I'll talk about that later. You ambushed us. No, we need his money.
No way. I was just passing through.
Do we need to get the Cocoa
I
Goats
see
before
Mr.
the
Zhongli
fight?
is the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him.
Okay. Move.
Or perhaps you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
I don't know.
Child,
he eats elemental energy.
you are
or
as
something.
fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
I don't think we are fighting child today.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean.
Yes, wink wink, I know exactly what you mean.
Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Bro, don't scheme and plot out in public. This is like a villain doing their monologue instead of just, I don't know, shooting the hero. Okay. Hello, random kind sir. Toe?
Hiring help? Sure.
Your name
But
is
let me just say
Toe?
first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
You're not dressed like an adventurer.
Adventure?
I mean, neither is a traveler.
Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
Tic-tac-toe moment. We are just missing Ayaka. We don't have the perfect canvas. I don't think the Clother meeting is when the siblings switch sides, but rather the start. Exactly. I don't think they like parted ways immediately, especially because they were likely still around when Dainsleif was likely still around when the Traveler was engaging with the Aranara, and I'm not sure if that was before or after Clother, but we know that Dainsleif was around. He was doing his own thing. I think that's like the point when they started to question, like, why? Like, why are you so against this power? Why don't you want to help your nation? Something along those lines. I don't think that's when it ended. I think that's the start of the end. And it's really interesting that Paimon is choosing that precise moment to be like, okay, now I need to ask, I need to know, you know? In the tale of Shiruya and Shirin, Volume 2, we read, one night she disguised herself as the divine princess of the temple to the moon goddess. Historic goddess moon reference. albeit inside fiction. That's the problem. Everything about the moons is folklore, it's inside fiction, which doesn't mean it isn't legit. Again, fiction can be used to disguise erased truths from Irminsul. So yeah, it's worth having a look and considering it, but it's not something that we can say for sure is the real deal, you know? I'm very interested to know why Paimon is getting more and more scared of being separated. Yeah, I think she knows. I think this is all samsara, and that Paimon knows, she's aware to some degree of that. And she knows that Dainsleif got abandoned, and that the time when it happened is about to coincide with their traveler's journey. So she's like, okay, I'm running out of time. I need to make sure the traveler likes me so history doesn't repeat itself. Okay, I will try to get that video out quickly. I've been waiting for the algorithm to wake up. It seems to be doing better today, so yeah. She read stories and fiction, I think. I don't remember that one, I'll be honest with you. I think I've read pretty much all the books, but some of them just completely slipped my mind. Brave adventurer, we have need of 5 crystal flies.
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What say you?
Is
a most fair price.
Excuse you? I don't know what the conversion rate into euros is, but that sounds like a lot. No, let's negotiate. Okay, I can't go too low or he'll get mad. Look at him, he's already mad. Can we get away with like... I think I can keep the excess money. Something like this.
5 geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about this much.
Phew,
I'll
okay.
do it.
There we go. We didn't make him mad. Not any more mad anyway. Next. Random guy number 2. What did I do? Oh, never mind. Hello, good sir.
A full day of odd
Tack?
jobs at UG
Wait, for
Terrace.
real? I thought you were
No
joking.
problem.
Are they actually named
25,000
Tic-Tac-Toe?
per day. A fair trade, yes?
25 what? No.
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
Mondstadt, good. Get lost.
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
Fatality.
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
Make it 3,000? I think I'd get my ass kicked. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. I'll try to get it out as soon as possible. Wait, let's talk prices. Yes. Fun fact, not so fun fact. I have written that script a grand total of 3 times now, and counting. 3 times. And I'm always like, no, maybe I'm losing too much time on this, and then it gets boring. Maybe I should focus more on that instead.
This price will do. No loss to me for a day's work.
Okay, let's go. What? Why is the other guy just... Excuse you? He was talking to us. He was just standing there like third wheeling, looking at us.
Adventurer.
Around against me? Okay. Take it. Take it or leave it. Oh! He actually turned back. Are you gonna square up? Are you gonna square up, bro? No? Never mind. Oh, we attack the Yinger. No, no, run, no. I don't want to be anywhere close to the sweet-smelling lady. Oh, yes.
Oh, help?
Tick!
Sure.
I am done. I'm done.
Tick.
Genshin for
Always
real.
put in 100% effort into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me to give 110%.
No, sir. 100%
So what's the
will
job?
suffice. His voice doesn't match his
Let
face.
me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Eugene Terrace. They aren't uncommon objects, so I didn't make any special preparations for them.
Fetch me 53 tree branches and 20 stacks of timber.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for a single trip. How does that sound?
You're going
Done.
to carry all of that? Do you have like a cart? Done? We brought too little money.
This is all you got? Then no can do.
Please go look for someone named Child.
Child? No. He's putting up the money?
Still no. Wouldn't that mean I have to make 2 trips rather than 1?
Child.
How about this? Let's make a
Hell.
trade. I'll take what you're offering right now, and
Could I
get
have
me a
gotten the 20
single
if I had
chinks
negotiated
flower,
further?
and I'll consider that payment for a detour to find this child fellow.
I think I have
How does that
one,
sound?
At least. Yeah, I'm
Guess
pretty
we've
sure.
got no choice.
Can I just... Does it have to be a fresh one? It doesn't. Nice.
Have you brought the goods? Hey, that's pretty good. These things are pretty rare, and I have no idea where I'd find them. With this chinks flower, I should be able to pacify my daughter tonight. I'll make sure the work is done before I return home.
Cute. Okay. What's next on the agenda? Downtown. Let's talk to the child. But even in fiction, the author would have referenced real-life stuff. Therefore, there must have been an actual temple to the moon goddess, or his audience would be like, "What?" I mean, does the average Joe even know about the moons? That's a little bit unclear. I'm not entirely sure people know it's real. Like, same way they don't know that the stars in the sky are fake, or that's like there's like a dome above their heads. I'm not entirely sure that they know that the moon in the sky is supposedly a corpse, or that there were 2 more. So I don't know about that. Of course, just because there was a temple to the moon goddess doesn't mean there was a moon goddess, like the temple to the Ouroboros in Enkanomiya, which was known to be a fake god. I mean, the moon goddess would be the moon itself, right? We have the 3 moon sisters, they would be the gods. Some people think they are the shades. I don't know about that. Again, the shades mess me up. Because when you read it really carefully, like Before Sun and Moon, and then there's also Flower of Paradise Lost, it's not clear whether there's 4 shades plus the PO, like the primordial god and 4 shades, or if the master of the 4 shades already includes the PO. So like there's 3 shades plus the primordial one. It's weird. It's really weird. Depending on how you read it, you could even potentially
All finished then?
get another
Splendid.
one in there.
Any
So, I
leftover
don't know.
cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go
I
unrewarded.
don't think we have any left. He took everything.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming.
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
Ew.
What info do you need?
No!
Does that mean you know what he's after?
Paimon has no morals. What else could the Fatui want? Are you forgetting what happened in Mondstadt?
Yikes! You're right! Signora!
Oh, Signora.
You both need to calm down.
Well.
I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
I love the dark cloud passing overhead, just adding to the ambience.
Next, we need some everlasting incense.
More?
For this, we need to go to Boo Boo
No,
Pharmacy,
the
the
Go-Go
finest
Goat.
pharmacy in all of...
Oh, God.
Is everything okay?
Does it look okay to you,
Everything
Zhongli?
is fine.
Read the room.
I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna finish this quest today, like the Coco Goat one, because I know that we need to go and fix the ballista, and it takes a while, and then Child just laughs his head off, which is actually quite precious, but okay. Yeah, and then I think we have the actual ritual. Maybe not. I think they need the Exuvi for the ritual, so maybe the Golden House comes first. God, it's been so long since I played this. When did I play this? Game came out in 2020. I started playing right before the 1-year anniversary. So I played this like in 2020? Early 2021.
Huh.
Probably 2026.
The reception is deserted.
It's been a while.
And it seems kinda spooky in here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Oh, it's Vicky.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Where
Paimon,
did
the
it
counter
come
just
from?
spoke.
The reception, it
It's
seems.
our new overlord. You must grovel at its
About you go check
feet?
it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
Sure, very brave of you. Watch out for the wishful and tigers behind your back. Wait, no, wrong nation. Horrifying. It's the most fearsome beast I have ever seen in my life. A child.
Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter.
Is she a zombie? Paimon, if you're going to talk about height, you
Joke's on you. Paimon floats, so height is no restriction.
we can never lose an opportunity to roast
There's
Paimon.
something weird about this one over here. What's the talisman doing on her forehead? It can't be. She's a zombie.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi.
And I am a zombie.
Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
Such nonchalant delivery for a bombshell revelation. Do zombies also count as adepti? Wait, that's a valid question. I don't think they do.
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Hey, give me my answers.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a controlled substance.
You never know what they
Chi-Chi
put in
can
it.
get your medicine. But only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
You can just, I don't know, give yourself a new order. Speaking of voice, the dude agent that we beat up with Diluc when retrieving the lyre has the same voice as Zhongli. It's not different, it's exactly the same. Are you... Really? I don't remember that. Imagine that it was Zhongli in disguise, since he can assume any form. So, you know how the driver's like, are you working with the Fatui? Maybe he actually is. We never know. Personally, I think there's no such thing as a moon goddess, but I do know all the evidence against my position. Okay, so you don't think they are like divinity? Or you don't think the three moon sisters were a thing at all? Baiju is a huge ripoff. Maybe he knows who is footing the bill. Maybe. I don't... I'll admit it. I don't really like Baiju. Something about him is off-putting, and I have not played the story quest. So there's a lot that I'm missing out on, and yeah, I'm sure that maybe he's a decent guy and whatnot, but really, something about him just so weird. And then there's all the talk about bishop people, and then he has those pupils, and he has a snake around his neck, and I'm like, I don't know about this. This seems a little bit weird. I don't know. The Moon Sisters lore is really confusing, because if you consider the shades, that dejects the shades' differences, and it considers them separate celestial entity. Then we have 8 sun of them instead of 7. Do we have anything on the sun? I don't think we have anything on the sun. Not that I remember. But like, there's this... The Moon Sisters and the Sealies, when you consider them and their hierarchy, it reminds me of the biblical angels. You know how there's the different quarters of angels? There's those that are closest to God, and then there's those that are down on the earth among humans. It would be kind of like that. Like the Moon Sisters would outrank the Sealies, and then the Sealies would be the earthly messengers. But then the shades, it's a little bit confusing. Especially because we don't really have like a number that fits in with any mythology that I can think of. Yeah, we have a lot of 7s in the game, but there's not like 7 archangels. There's not like 4. Actually, there's no consensus on the amount of archangels now that I think about it. Not archangels is in the Quar, like Michael the Archangel. I think some religions, some sects of Christianity consider a certain amount, and others consider a higher or lower amount. It's confusing. Orders?
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find some everlasting incense.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
Oh, the cocoa
Since
goat.
when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind.
Never.
Just think of it as a peer-to-peer
Say that,
transaction.
it's like slavery.
That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
Hunt the what with a wish at the where? He's playing games with us.
Guizhong Ballista. I have heard of this device before.
Yeah, I think you'd have.
It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Qinheng by an adeptus in the distant past. An early mechanical device. Located in Qinheng Pass, it was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external threats.
Mr. Zhang Li really knows Liyue inside out.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the cocoa goat.
The cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast.
Did you want to add anything
We are
else?
all animals.
No, just that the cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast.
Thank you, Chi-Chi.
What it
That
looks
was
like,
very
don't
helpful.
know. Where to find it, don't know either. Where it came from, also don't know.
God, I'm sorry. I looked over at my other wall, and there's a frame on the wall, and it's crooked, and it's driving me nuts. How? Why is it like that? I haven't touched it. It's so crooked. God. No, I'm not fixing it right now. I will not give in. No. Do tell us if you remember anything else you don't remember. This isn't much to go on.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find some clues.
What the heck is a cocoa goat?
I don't know. Actually, I do. Oh, Ganyu! Come here, Ganyu. Oh no, the teleport waypoint isn't unlocked. Pain. Which one is the closest? Probably this one. I mean, technically there's a path right here. So if we take the path, that's probably quicker. But watch as I get lost within the city before I even leave the gates. Make it more crooked? No! No! What is your alignment? Like chaotic evil? No! I think I'd have a stroke or something. God, it messes with me when the frames are crooked. I think I would actually keel over. Okay, this is a path. Okay, we good, we good. No, yes, no. God. Okay. Speaking of the cocoa goat, you know what an animal that we really should be talking about? Do you know about Zhongli's war against the seafood? My man's has got a bone to pick with seafood. Where is the... Sorry. Where's the thingy? Because at some point, mollusk-like creatures invaded Liyue and he had to fight them off. Which is single-handedly the most cursed plot point I've ever heard about in a game. Probably. Not ever heard about, period, in a game, because I've seen some weird anime, but you know. Should I go for that? I know that I should, but I don't feel like it. I hate octopus too. I don't hate octopus. I don't eat octopus. Because octopi are actually really smart. And they do have something that resembles a brain but is not a brain. I don't know the correct terminology in English. But like they are much more evolved than like fish. And they are capable of expressing emotions. And they are capable of getting attached to people. And you know, they are just interesting and all that. I don't like eating seafood though. I eat some, but mostly I'd be just fine with never eating it again. What? How am I supposed to climb this? Really? Are you okay with this? God damn, I wish my ankles were that sturdy. Okay, let's go around. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll finish the Cocoa Goat. Depends on how long it is. We are pretty much 2 hours and a half in, and I do have a headache. Anyway, 10 brains or something. They're like... how do I translate this? They are not brains. They have this... they have nerves scattered throughout their body. And those kind of act like brains. Cephalopods are just really curious animals because they've been around for so long. You wouldn't expect them to be as developed as they are, but they are. Can you stop, bro? On the contrary, crabs aren't that smart, and yet everything evolved into crabs, which is interesting. Yeah, but I'd like to actually see Zhongli talk about that, the seafood. I know he makes like a distasteful remark when asked about it. I think he has a voice line about it, but we never actually got to know what exactly went down. I can just imagine like Oziel being stuck at the bottom of the ocean and talking the little critters of the sea into attacking Liyue, and him being like, "Yes, go, my children, terrorize the people of Liyue," you know. Oh wait, okay, I haven't caught up. I think there were 3 moons. Okay, wait, sorry, I'm within the area. The ballista is right down there. Oh, that was too high. No, it's fine. I didn't take damage. Humans okay, and maybe some Sealy lived on them before the moons were destroyed, but moon goddesses sounds exactly the sort of legend thing you'd make up. I mean, I've seen weirder things. We technically, again, it's more like folklore, but we have this tale about the moons basically giving a Sealy and a human permission to be together. They kind of gave them their blessing.
It took an Adeptus to build this. But how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would need.
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
Aw, what? It broke?
After millennia of wear and tear,
How did it
even Adepti contraptions are difficult to
How
maintain.
did it even survive this
So
long?
what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your unlimited high society knowledge powers.
Okay.
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing quaint pieces of trivia on demand.
I mean,
That said,
isn't that what you
let
are?
me think for a moment. Ah, yes. Spare parts were made for the Guizhong ballista when it was first built, in case it was damaged in battle. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong ballista. One just needs to understand the basic working principles of the device.
So, what you're saying is that you actually understand the working principles?
Of course it does. It's
I
big
have a
brain
smattering
time.
of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
Zhongli is a true galaxy brain of Genshin. Okay, so we need to squeeze in through the window.
Supply post. Here, post.
Smell of treasure. Strange.
Can I just stand here? Do I need to hold it down? No, I don't. That's nice. Because we cannot use the traveler. To be fair, I could just squeeze back out through the window, so... it doesn't really matter. I do think it unlocked the chest, though. Repair. If only it was that simple. No, don't fall down.
Ah, these parts look useful. One moment. I will try to repair the device. It is done. The
Just like
Guizhong
that.
ballista is more intricately designed than I thought.
Ooh! Now how do we turn it on?
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
Can I move
Over
it?
here
No, I can't.
we have nothing. And over there,
We have
more nothing.
trouble.
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing? So you fixed up this turret because you're planning to do what exactly?
None of your
Not a
business.
turret.
None of your
A
business,
Guizhong
bro.
ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you ask a question. It's just good manners.
Ha! Are you blind or something? You're looking at the leader of the treasure hoarders,
Who?
old man. This
Like
area
he
is
says.
supposed to be chock full of
Who?
hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping watch. Huh, it might look like any other mechanical device, but trust me, it's got a mind of its own. Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys.
Oh,
A
what
few
a
of us
shame.
risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. And then we turn our backs for 2 seconds, and you've already gone and repaired it!
It's
The next thing you'll be repairing is your faces! And that's if you get out of this alive!
Tut tut.
Okay, Edgelord.
Vandalizing the legacy of an Adeptus for selfish gain. Disgraceful behavior.
He
It is
actually
not
said
we
tut
who
tut
need
so
reprimanding,
mad lad.
but you.
You heard a man. I think it was a different god, which is supposed to be like the pressure of dominance. If you know, it is just with a fishy thingy. I don't remember where it was mentioned. Wait, the seafood thing as like a parallel in a Honkai? Is that what you're referring to? Sorry, I did not get to that earlier, so I no longer remember the context. This one was a bit weird. Why did Chi-Chi want us to fix the Guizhong ballista? Also, oops. Thank you, Noel! Coming in clutch, like always. Also sad because we saw Guizhong called retainer comparison. The blueprints of the ballista comparing, yeah. Everything about Guizhong is just so sad now. Before it was just a name, and there was a Guizhong's lullaby, which was beautifully haunting. I don't think that's the official name. It's called Lover's Host. I don't know who came up with it. Oops. Guizhong lullaby. I don't know if it's in the game or something. It's really beautiful one way or another. I found the sheet music for that, for the piano. I'm gonna be learning that because it's really good. Sorry. She didn't ask us to repair it. She says the Coco is near it, maybe or maybe not. Yeah. It was basically Zhongli that was like, okay, it's broken, it's protecting Liyue, we need to fix it, and also it's the legacy of my dead wife. So
These lowlifes didn't know who they were messing with.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time. We should focus on our contract with Chi-Chi.
Oh yeah, that! So we've got the Guizhong ballista working, but where's our Coca goat?
A search using the Guizhong ballista revealed no significant life forms nearby, save for the usual wildlife. What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an Adeptabeast, as Chi-Chi put it.
Which means...
is he salty about the beast part? Repairing this was a complete waste of time. I mean, it's protecting Liyue now. The thing is, Zhongli totally knew that the Coco Goat wasn't a thing. He just wanted to see it and fix it, I think.
We did something positive, right?
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Explain that we could not find a Coco Goat, and review our next step.
Good idea. We did our best, and that's what counts.
Yeah, Zhongli does nothing. It talks big game, but it does nothing. It's all bark, no bite. You know the people that tell you that their dog doesn't bite? Yeah, he actually doesn't. No, Chichi specifically said fix the Guizhong Ballista. I think she said find the ballista and then find... I mean, there's an easy fix for this. We can always like go back on the VOD and watch it. You can't really go back when you are watching live, I don't think. But yeah, there's an easy fix for that question. One way or another, I don't think Chichi should know that the Guizhong Ballista is broken, because if you remember, she doesn't remember anything. She has a notebook just to remind herself of the basic facts, so...
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract.
Oh, here comes Charles.
We found no trace of the Coco Goat Adeptabeast of which you speak.
What a disappointment. Don't worry about it. But I feel very disappointed.
I'm not mad.
Poor
I'm just
Chi-Chi.
disappointed.
Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Chichi, do you have any other clues? Like Blue's Clues? What do you need this Coco Goat for?
Coco Goat milk is tasty. So tasty. Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adeptabeast could make such tasty milk.
Okay, that's just so weird.
I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. That's why I wrote it down. Where did I put it?
The fact that she thinks it's an Adeptus.
Here. This is the name. Coconut milk.
Like, she thinks it's an Adeptus, a sentient being, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna drink her milk. There's no problem with that.
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement with this zombie child, when perhaps I should have undertaken further due diligence.
Are you telling me that you actually thought there was a Coco Goat?
As the Liyue proverb goes, all things are random and... So how are you supposed to predict anything? Literally no one could have seen this coming.
Nobody says that.
Excuse me, everyone. Did Chi-Chi say a bad thing?
Yes! Oh, she looks so cute. But
Sorry,
it's fine.
but
I can be mean to you because you make me lose my 50-50s.
To you.
Okay, I'll just shatter it with an arm. Oh, sorry. Shatter it with a hammer. It's only fair. She does the same thing to me. It's time to tell you where coconut milk comes from. Why does this read like, it's time to talk about the birds and the bees? So this is where babies come from. It all begins with the fruit of the coconut tree. That's exactly what it's doing.
No. Impossible.
Did you know Jesus' voice is the same as the unknown god?
Hard.
Yes. There we go with the VAs with them range. They are so good. Swear to God, I usually don't like the end up, but for Genshin it's so good. It's so good. They took so much freedom. It sounds amazing. I have mad respect for all the VAs, especially the ones that carry the fandom on their back and just enable us. She just needs time to work through it. They all need to grow up sometime. Oh yes. Snake man.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Might I ask who...
So weird that it doesn't know.
How rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck.
You just...
What a
you can't say
sorry
that to
state
people's
of
face.
affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi.
God damn! Snake is so chill. Whoa, a talking snake. I think we've seen other talking animals. I don't know if at this point we had. It's in the Valen, but it's a little bit different, you know. Actually, without spoilers, at some point in Baiju's quest, does it explain why Zhongli doesn't know him? Oh yeah, exactly, David. Like, Zhongli doesn't know him. Zhongli knows everyone, and then we have Baiju, who is pretty well known by the people around him as this doctor that has bitter tasting medicine and is kind and whatnot. And you're telling me that the walking encyclopedia doesn't know about him? It's so weird, so random. And again, I get that he had the right of ascension once a year, right? So he didn't live among his people the whole time. No? Really? They're just gonna keep us guessing. Okay. Like, I get it didn't live with mortals all year round. But like, at the same time, there's all these tales of him going undercover and living with the mortals, pretending to be immortal, and you're telling me that he doesn't know? That's just so weird. Lives in a huge house? Is he loaded? I mean, it better be with how he scams people. Zhongli doesn't know the dog because he doesn't get sick. I mean, kinda good point, but at the same time, he has a reputation that precedes him because he's pretty much the only physician around, I think. Yet he remembers what Ningguang looked like when she was a teenager. Yeah, he knows everything, he remembers everything. It's such a weird gap in his memory. To be fair, he's being a little bit OOC right here. Like, you're telling me he doesn't know what a Coco Goat is, he doesn't know that it isn't real. I don't know. It's so weird. It's just weird. Whoa! A talking snake! Nothing in Liyue surprises me anymore. There's more to surprise you still.
I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a living, breathing serpent!
Don't mind Chung Sheng. She's a good girl.
Immortality.
Really.
Longevity,
As for you
I think.
three,
His name
communal
Longevity.
chaos causing with Chi-Chi aside, what business brings you here?
Do you sell everlasting incense in this fine establishment?
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last, things are finally starting to come together.
3 million mora. Top quality. Guaranteed.
Freak off. 3 million Mayas. You might as well just rob the golden house.
Too bad the Chising have taken it over for now. Security will be tighter than usual.
She was okay
3
with robbing.
million. An innocuous number in and of itself. Though practically speaking, it could be a hard sum to come by.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much mora. And as for Mr. Zhongli, he's around 3 million short.
This is correct.
Comes the wallet. No shame, indeed.
What are we gonna do? Is this the part where we go crawling back to child?
It's gonna laugh at us. It's gonna laugh at our faces.
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My sides hurt. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you fell for that.
Shut up!
Hey, less laughter, more sympathy!
I'm almost in tears over here.
I think he actually believed you and
Thank you.
Mia.
That was the best laugh I've had in a long time.
And believed
In
in whatever
return,
monsters they
I'm
were
more than
hunting.
happy to sort out this mess you've managed to get yourselves into. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to collaborate in the future.
There you go. Just
If
making
Boo Boo
connections
Pharmacy
left
needed a
and right.
stable
Mr.
supply of,
Worldwide.
say, coconut milk, the Fatui could help by setting up a robust and speedy distribution network.
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much fuss over coconut milk?
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
You spoiled brat.
Ah, Yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,990,000 Mora.
Boo.
That's like 0 difference from 3 million.
2,990,000. Also an innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it is a whole 10,000 less than the original sum of 3 million. Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi,
Mr. Child
see you soon.
sounds so weird. Oh, here he goes. Scheming and plotting in public.
Ah, that lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope? What have I missed?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House? If not the Exuvia.
Let's go. Not today, though.
I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liyue saying goes, the walls have ears.
There they go, hammering that home. Okay, respecting cultural heritage. Okay, so, I was going to say something, and then I completely forgot about it. What was it? I don't know. I don't know. Did you know they added Baiju's room to the Boo Boo Pharmacy? What? Is it like, can you enter it right now, or is it after you play a story quest?
I'm hungry.
I didn't know that.
Let's hunt.
I don't think you can move anything here. Or is it like on the outside something? I don't know. Yeah, I want to fight Child, but it's not happening today. It's been nearly 3 hours, and I am getting a really bad headache right now. It's not looking good. And I still need to pack up some stuff for tomorrow, as I'm leaving pretty early. And I did not sleep today. I got like 3 hours of sleep because I couldn't sleep, so that's great. You can? From here? Maybe you actually need to play the quest first. Would make sense. Like, there's nothing that allows me to interact with anything other than a carriage. Oh, the light just went on. That scared me. Back there. Outside. Wait. No, stop! Don't climb. Huh? Eh? Oh, there's a door. Oh. Has this always been here? Or did they add it with the story quest? I was today years old. What? What? Oh, this looks like the Inazuman baskets, but without the the cloth wrapped around on at the base. He has a lot of medicine in his room. That must do for a weird smell to have in your room. He probably smells like herbs all the time. Hey, I'm jumping near bed. What are you gonna do about it? Added it for the teaser. Huh. I never knew that. Thank you. The red exclamation marks? You do not understand, okay? You know that story about this emperor or something that took a little bit of poison every day in order to build up an immunity? Because he feared that someone would try to murder him. And then it worked. He developed an immunity. But in the end, he got brutally mauled and to death by his soldiers, and he couldn't even take poison to kill himself before they got to him, so that's not a good tale. But I have built my immunity over time, because the thing is, I'm lazy. I am so lazy. I have been trying to get the red exclamation marks, but then this one is a pain because there's Okay, not this one. The one where they tell you the new things that there's in game. Because you actually have to click through everything and it takes time to load. So I just gave up on life. Exactly what I said, tilt the picture frame more. No. I feel like that would imbalance the cosmic energies at be, and maybe it would fall on top of my head while I was sleeping. I don't know. It would have to fall sideways, but we do have some ghost activity, so I don't know. Baiji's story is a bit sad. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting that, judging by its poor physical health. I need to get around to playing it. I have so many story quests that I have not played on my main account. If I don't think it's going to be immediately relevant to the plot, I tend to postpone it. Because again, laziness. And then I end up never doing it. There's also world quests that I haven't done. And I'm like, I need to know what goes on. So I read the wiki. And I click all the links, and I'm like, okay, maybe I need a better picture here. Like, did they say this with these exact words? So instead of, you know, logging into Genshin like a normal person and doing the quest, I will go on YouTube, find a video where someone plays it, put it on 2x speed, and just skip through until I find what I want. And that's how I roll, you know. Sometimes you gotta get your information in a very roundabout way. You must play Ningguang's Hangout on stream. Okay, you know what? You know what? When I hit like 2K, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. It's going to be my giving back to the community. You get to feed on my suffering, okay? I swear, on my soul, on my grave, we are going to be playing Ningguang's Hangout on stream. I don't wanna, but I'll do it. I'll do it for the meme. Do it for the Vine. Okay, let me just decide if I lost something from chat, and then we'll call it a day today, because I can't even talk anymore. From his story quest 2, it seems that Zhongli is like, I know some stuff, but not all of it, and I'm willing to learn more. He also knows a lot that he's not willing to share, so every time that he shows a gap in his knowledge, I tend to not think, oh yeah, he doesn't know about this. I tend to think he's hiding something, and that means it's important, you know? Okay. Okay, I think that's all. So, I think we're calling it a day. Okay, I'll just get rid of this one.
I'm hungry.
There, I'll do it for you, David. That's fine. That way, I don't have to tilt my frame further. Big brain time. Okay, so there's no visible exclamation points. We are nice and good to go now. Oh, sorry. My mom is messaging me like, get your ass down here right now. Okay, fine, I will. Thank you guys so very much for dropping by. We will be playing the rest of it. Like, not next week, because I won't be home next week, and my internet connection is going to be awful. The coffee god, hi! Thank you for dropping by. How are you doing? We are just wrapping up though, sorry about that. Yeah, I won't have a very good internet connection. I'll be playing through the new Archon quests with the worst possible internet. I am fearing for my life. I have had Genshin go down during my quest and then had to replay the whole thing, and it was a pain that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
I smell
so yeah.
rabbit.
So because Friday seemed to be a good day for most people since the weekend is right around the corner, maybe the week after. So 2 weeks from now, we'll wrap it up, and then we'll see if we can actually get to Inazuma before before I have to go work, you know. Thank you. I'm doing good too. I'm glad to hear that. No. Not Nings. No. I said what I said, okay? When I hit 2K. Now I'm actually really wishing I wouldn't hit 2K. You are free to unsubscribe. No, I'm kidding. Don't, please. I have no friends. Please stay. Thank you guys. Thank you very much for dropping by and for spending these hours with me. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed seeing me suffer with the Yinger. Nothing else. And I will see you very soon for that video that I talked about. I swear I'll put Godspeed into it, okay? I'll try my best to have it ready soon. And yeah, my mom is going to get the slipper and beat up my ass if I don't move it right now. So bye! I'll see you later!